welcome back to your favorite breakfast show right here on MX24 at the AM Club. We're excited to be back here, and this is our favorite, in fact, one of our favorite, segments of this show.
Yes,
But these collaborations are life-changing. I was watching
Kelvin Boy?
Kelvin Boy and Ambule. I absolutely love it. I was Mimi about the JKD. Great stuff right there. We're moving into our lifestyle daily for today. NJ.
Yes, indeed. Today on Lifestyle Daily, we're talking good posture in adults and, importance, issues related to that. And we have a fine gentleman inside the studios.
Yep. Well, joining us for this conversation today is a physiotherapist. He goes by the name Elvis Asare. Let's shock each other. Let's just shock each other. Let's move on.
welcome to the show.
I was asking you earlier, did you get the...
Oh, I get that a lot.
You get that a lot, eh?
All the time.
I see.
Tell us about yourself. No, like, quickly. Like, who is Elvis Asare? Like, not the physiotherapist, the other one. How you became this?
Elvis Asare. I'm a calm person.
Okay.
Everybody who knows me well knows that if I get time, I would like to go out. So,
yeah? You do your time out. So which of your parents is giving you this mixed race thing?
My mom.
Your mom. Okay.
Yeah, my
but
mom.
Your dad is Ghanaian.
Yeah, my mom is Russian, and my dad is Ghanaian.
Ghanaian.
Yes.
Okay, so explains the Elvis Asare.
Exactly.
Okay, now you get it. You and I have our explanation. So we move on to it.
When you're talking to me, you are like Kuduro, but Elvis has come to sit here. Your tone has changed, hasn't it?
We're in February.
Don't mind.
Everybody must shoot their shot and find their own. So that's your problem. I don't know what you're doing. Elvis, are you married?
No.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to the question for today. What is body posture? I don't know what you
Before
want
you
to
get into that, are we sitting right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
We are?
Of course.
We're good?
Yeah, you're
Our
good.
posture is good?
Good.
Okay.
Because we actually rehearse for this, though.
We
We're not about to have you tell us
we
we're
didn't
not
want
sitting
you to
right.
come and go like, you're not sitting right, you're not sitting right, sit
So
right,
we actually
You guys did well.
We
we
did well,
consciously
yeah.
put in the work.
Good.
Thank
Yeah,
you
you
so
guys
much.
did well.
Good.
But tell us about what a body posture is.
So when we talk about poor body posture, the first thing is that we have something called rounded shoulders. Then most of the time you see people, now if you've noticed very well in public or maybe in hospitals or anywhere, there are certain people are not able to stand straight. Sometimes, especially with athletes, they are not able to stand straight. So as in, sometimes you see them standing straight, but you see a little bit of their knees being bent.
Okay.
So when we talk about poor body posture, we are looking at rounded shoulders, the spine not being strong enough to hold their weight, and all the time slouching. So the constant slouching. We human beings will never sit according to the chair. Why I say that is because the chair has a 90 angle degree,
Okay.
but we human beings, we'll always end up maybe coming this way. Maybe the laptop is here, maybe our phone, anything, we end up slouching this way. So this space is always being free. So with office jobs, even the jobs you guys do, constantly sitting or standing, but most of the time when you guys are sitting, like unconsciously, like you see right now unconsciously, you guys practice here, unconsciously you guys just forgot how to chest up. So you see, there you go.
I am just
See?
Okay.
So this
like this.
unconsciously, we can't keep up being upright all the time. So most of the time, we advise patients that, okay, yes, it's impossible or it's difficult to be upright all the time. So you try and put a pillow behind your back to occupy that space. So yeah.
Interesting. Jay.
Okay, so but what does it mean to have a good posture? What really
Involved?
is? Yes.
I mean, well, okay, so when you have a good posture, one, digestive system works properly, your heart is able to beat properly, breathing becomes, is a good thing. Your sexual organs are functionable properly. But if you see certain situations like a patient who has a stroke, automatically they will have a bad posture because one side is being affected. and obviously one hand is there's a muscle tightness and one leg is not really functionable. So when they're walking on one side. So for example, like a stroke patient, automatically they would develop a poor body posture because the body is not balanced, so which cause improper balancing. So the patient ends up going, instead of the patient going straight, they end up going to the side. So yeah, so if you see the diagram
Yeah.
behind us,
Yes.
so you see
The
with
middle one is the good posture.
yeah, the middle one is the good posture. So you see balanced upright posture. So what it's saying that is because the head is proportional to the chest going downwards.
Okay.
But the poor body posture, now these are two types we have. The one on your, should I say the right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The one on the right, the one that says poor body posture. Now it says forward head posture. Now why it's saying that is because our head weighs about, if I should be right, about 7 kg.
Okay.
And when that head is out of proportion, the gravity brings it down. So imagine our elderlies, our grandparents. When they were young, yes, young and beautiful. But when they get to a certain age, when you even ask them to stand up, they can't look even up to the sky. They end up looking at the ground. They always kind of slouched. And then, especially with the elderlies that are holding the four walker, they can't even push themselves upright. When you even ask them, oh, just look up to the sky, maybe they'll just get to this certain angle and that's it. But they're always seeing their feet. So when this happens over time, when you age, there's more chances of you falling down due to the weight of the head. And the more you slouch, the more your head weighs. Then the other one, now it says rounded shoulders. Rounded shoulders, so basically, instead of it being chest out, they end up being like this. So the chest goes inwards. Yeah, there you go, just like that. That's how it is. So they're inwards. And when that happens, breathing becomes a problem. Your ribs are not able to expand to its full potential. Digestive system, then your sexual organs. Then it says weak abdominal muscles. So that's where the digestive and the sexual organ comes in. For both male and female, male would poorly perform so as a woman. And even if a woman should get pregnant, there's most likely she's going to have difficulties to carry a baby due to the, and you hear a lot of women, my back is hurting. Breathing is a problem due to the weight of the child and the poor. You hear sometimes ladies even having a miscarriage due to poor body posture. And you know, when we talk about miscarriage, there's so many factors to it. So the good posture is right in the middle one, so at least you have an idea, and this is how a body posture is. And like I said, these things develop due to the nature of our jobs we do.
Okay.
Could you please provide practical tips for adults to improve their body
Posture?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you know you are doing, like, I don't know, you sit for long.
Yeah.
Try as possible. I mean, sometimes our chairs are not the best, but try to occupy a lot
The
of
entire
occupy yourself with a lot of pillows, just to occupy that space. Because even if you unconsciously forget, the pillow is actually just supporting your back. And another thing is that you probably have to, if it is very bad, you get something like this. So there's a posture belt. Maybe towards the end, I will demonstrate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is not supposed to bend at all. So this is basically this is called a posture belt. The posture belt is basically, for example, maybe a patient comes in, they need a spinal adjustment where I have to click some spine and
Okay. They're going to click your spine. You ready for it?
I mean, me here pa.
Oh, you're going to speak to you. Oh, let's hear you.
Me here pa. Oh, I have example.
Yo, Mate.
Me here
Wait,
pa.
Amano.
Ampa. Ampa.
Kaseme.
Mayor.
All right, sure. Let's move on.
So sometimes we have patients that they are not able to hold their posture at all. Like as soon as you ask them to, even sometimes when you ask patients to chest out, they start to complain pain. They complain of pain. The reason being that is because they have developed a posture for themselves that they find it comfortable. So if you've been doing this for 15 years and I ask you all of a sudden to chest out,
Yeah, no, because I'm having pain.
yeah.
Right now you're having pain today.
Yeah, I am.
So
To be serious,
So-
to be honest.
So with the posture belt, it's just to hold your posture upright, even and help with the corrections I do.
Okay.
And patients will usually get it, and then the first 2 days they feel very uncomfortable because of the posture they have developed over time. So the belt restricts you from slouching. So maybe day 3, day 4, maybe you get used to it. Then as days goes on, but you hear a lot of patients that I can't keep up like this all the time because they're used to a certain posture. So yeah, so but
recommend this one?
towards the end I will
You demonstrate this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
for
Let's
us.
talk about exercise because, you know, when it comes to posture, there might be a lot of people who are doing exercises here and there. Probably the exercise might lead to a certain posture. You get it. You made mention of athletes here and there, but are there exercises that we can incorporate that would help us get good postures?
Yes. Okay. See, that word is very dangerous. Is because when you go and tell people go and exercise, they're gonna exercise vigorously without no guidance. Then
Yeah.
later they end up hurting themselves. So yes, there are exercises. If you so this is more of a demonstration thing, but I'll just put an example. Push up. Push up is a great way to start. If you know your chest is inwards and you are slouching, the whole point of a push up is that your shoulder blades are supposed to touch each other. Usually, when we have I get a patient, I put my finger right in the middle, in between the shoulders, and I ask them to, as they're doing a push up, I ask them for their shoulder to pinch my finger.
Okay.
Most are able to do it. Some are not able to because of the posture they have developed. And the reason being that they're not able to push their shoulder is because instead of the spine being straight, it's being curved or it's being slouched, like just like the images we have here. So somebody like the poor posture on the right, if I ask this patient to just try to squeeze their shoulders, it's going to be difficult because of how the spine looks like the letter C.
Okay.
Then the one that looks like the letter S that says sway back. Imagine if now the sway back, if you see the difference between the sway back and the poor body posture, which is the flat back. The sway back, you see their hip comes forward. And then the flat back, their knees are bent.
Yes.
Yes. So with such exercise, a great way to start is a push-up.
Okay.
Eventually, the first day is going to be difficult. As you keep practicing, it will get better. But the problem is that patients want fast progress. But fast progress is going to happen when you just follow certain instructions. Yeah. So if you're talking about exercise, the best thing is that you can try to do a push-up, but maybe towards the end I'll demonstrate another exercise. Very simple one.
Who would have thought, Mimi, that push-ups are just for, getting the six-pack and,
I
because
tried it
guys
once.
are very, I mean, you see some built guys and you ask them, do you go to the gym? They're like, no, it's just push-ups.
Push-ups,
Push-ups.
There you go.
But
Do you
that's
work
that's
out
an
yourself?
exercise.
Yeah, with this job I have to work out.
You have to.
I have to deal with a lot of people, a lot of cracking spines and backs.
so you need the strength to do all of
Yeah,
that.
I do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how does technology, so because we are in a technology age and people are attached and glued to their phones and stuff, how does that contribute to a poor body posture?
Actually, it contributes a lot. You sometimes when you go out in public, maybe in the city of Accra, you see people with their phones like this. Imagine for hours your neck is just in this position like this. Sometimes when you even go to the mall, you see people sitting here, and then maybe they will cross their legs, then they'll chuck themselves for hours. The laptop, even remember maybe back in SHS or JSS, the wooden chairs, and
Yes, those ones.
you will sit. Sometimes you feel that your butt is hurting. The chair is shorter. The table is shorter than you. Maybe the chair is even taller than you. Then maybe it's exams. You try to cover yourself like this. So it contributes a lot. So when it comes to technology, is number one, because we are glued to our phones, to our laptops, to everything, and we unconsciously forget.
Yeah.
And when we get to a certain age, especially IT personnel, at a young age, then when they get to a certain age, they end up having a common thing. They have a common thing, that a back problem, maybe a lower chronic back pain, lower waist pain, because of the long sitting. And if you see the image behind us, so you see, like I said, the chair has a 90 angle degree. We never sit according to the 90 angle degree. We always leave a space there. So imagine you have a job like this and you've been doing this for 15 years, 20 years.
Oh my God, you're hurting yourself.
There you go. And then we have the correct way that we're supposed to sit. But we sometimes we don't know about such information, so we end up hurting ourselves. I mean, I have a lot of patients that have been in high positions. They retire and they're in terrible pain. They can't do this. Some end up not able to walk. And imagine you do this for 15 years. You see that red thing, that tailbone over there?
Yeah.
God forbid it starts to apply pressure to the lower waist. It loses the function of ability to walk. I've experienced a lot of patients with such jobs, and when they retire, they find it very difficult. And the next thing you hear, oh, I can't walk. I'm not able to move. So when it comes to technology, yes, it's quite. I think it's very bad.
No, okay.
Okay.
It's very, very bad.
Let's break it down to some ergonomics. When it comes to ergonomics, we have the physical side, we've got the cognitive side, we've got the organizational side. So let's break it down. Importance towards good posture. Physical. I'll give you a clear example. For me, for instance, I realize that most times I am with my wallet, and my wallet is right behind my back.
Yeah.
And it's right in the pocket.
Do you still have it
get
in?
me? Oh, no, I remove them. Hey, Elvis, I said they can make a deep
You do this thing for years, Jay. You do this thing for years. And you used to really piss us off.
I just realized that that's the physical bit, but it's not intentional. You know that it's your wallet. You have your money in there. But keeping it there and then sitting down for long hours.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay, so there are situations where most of the time ladies do that. They like to put their phone behind their back and all that. Most of the time, because if you have a habit of putting your phone behind your back pocket and all, and then you sit on it, and sometimes, here's the thing, sometimes a patient will come, it can be a male or female. Sometimes when you see one glute, so when I talk about the glute, the ass, one is formed nicely, the other one is
depleting.
Yeah, deflating.
Like Yabitha.
There you go.
Like what?
Yabitha.
Then next thing you know,
she'll get me by a lot.
next thing you know, you hear them complaining of hip pain, waist pain. Later, when you start examining, then you see, okay, it's not proportional because one part is developed, the other one not so much. Then later, when you start investigating, maybe, I like putting my wallet here. I like to put especially the one at the back. And imagine you sit down. This technology. Yeah. Things are running inside, and then there are certain metals. For example, men are not supposed to. Let me put it this way. Apparently, men were not supposed to wear gold. Okay, it's for women. The reason being that is because it can decrease the fertility of making a child because
Gold.
of yes, you're shocked, right?
Gold.
Yeah, you're shocked, right?
Hey.
Bruh, it's not one gold ring, no.
Now what?
No,
she
no,
said now-
I'm talking about real gold.
Yeah, real gold. like,
Real
yeah.
gold. Apparently, they'll say that even they'll say gold is for women. Okay, that one is because women have their ovaries. It doesn't affect them,
Yeah.
but men, because of the testicles and then and our genitals are out, it affects us.
Wow.
Yes. So that's the theory. Now,
Hey, I would have said something, but one share I met Danny wound to me. They will summon me right now.
Yeah,
I
so
won't go
respect
there.
yourself. Just respect
I
yourself.
won't
Let's
go
move
there.
on.
I would definitely not
so
go there.
maybe that's why most of the time you see ladies wearing gold. So gold is for ladies.
Gold is for ladies.
So I mean, don't
So what's
don't get
for
don't
us?
get don't get
What's
me
for
wrong.
us?
I mean,
Silver?
silver is fine.
Silver is
it's
fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason being that silver and gold are two different
Yeah.
compounds. Okay.
Yeah.
So, for example, don't get me wrong. I like gold, but trust me, when I was going to school, finding out that when our professor talked about gold, I was like, "You're kidding me! You can't tell me that I can't wear
Yeah, you can wear.
a gold chain and
Yeah.
all that stuff." And later, after examining certain things throughout, with my schooling and all that, and patience and all, I would say it's in a way true. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Interesting. So now you're learning that it will be safer for you, a man, to be on the silver line
Yeah,
and leave
there
the
you
gold line for the women. Right. We're still here on the AM Club having a conversation with Elvis Asari on good posture.
Yes.
And,
Good posture indeed.
And I'm finding out very interesting. So I want to find out from you, how does poor posture contribute to muscular... This word, I told myself I would not be the one. Why am I here? Why am I...
Musculoskeletal.
That's why you were
Musculoskeletal.
supposed to say that word. This is not even... It's not even feminine. It's not even... It's not fitting in my lips.
It's
masculine.
reads masculine.
Over to you, Jogati.
Musculoskeletal. But you've asked the question already.
You
What's your
take it.
problem?
Muscular. Pain
Yes, we're
in
talking
adults.
about pain now.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we talk about that, the whole simple definition is the movement of the body, bones and joints.
Okay.
So when we talk about pain is a lot. It's a lot. Such problems with a bad posture, nerve could be the central nerve system could play a big role. Number two, you hear a lot of people complaining that they're not like the one I said. When you try to ask them to chest out, they find a lot of pain, especially in the middle of their spine. Sometimes serious inflammation. The inflammation becomes when, if you're a righty or a lefty, the right, whichever side you are dominant, that's where the part will be inflamed, is because you overwork that side more than the. If you're a righty, that means the left will be weak, and if you're a lefty, the right will be weak. Yes. Sometimes the inflammation is very bad. Sometimes when you even ask them to breathe in and out, you can see some sort of inflammation. Then it's very difficult for them to even breathe in because the inflammation is in the way. Neck.
Oh,
Neck.
dear.
Neck.
That's the part.
Neck pain.
So those who do that thing, is it safe?
No, please, trust me.
They break a cat.
Yeah, I mean, I get patients for the first time. They're like, yeah, I'm scared. Somebody who's doing,
He's scared
but
of...
you come, and then I'm supposed to, I'm scared. Then I have to be talking to, oh, hi, how's your day? I confuse you, talk to you. I'm like, so what pain are you having? While I'm talking I'm trying to check where the pain is, where the this, and I place it back without your notice.
Are you going to do that to Jay today?
No, not today.
Ah, Jay.
No.
Do it to Jay.
No.
Not
I want
today.
to see Jay frustrated.
No.
Next time.
I've seen a lot of videos, even with animals,
Yeah.
especially dogs.
Yeah.
I saw a video like that on TikTok. I was like, hey,
But
you know-
even here, we do it for horses.
whoa.
Yeah.
You do it for horses.
Yeah, here in Ghana, we have but I mean, I'm in the human aspect. That's
Okay.
for veterinary. Then
Veterinary,
you
yeah.
specialize and all
Yeah.
that. But here in Ghana, We have one that we do for horses,
Right.
specifically for horses.
Now, I'm not an expert in the area,
Yeah.
but I do remember that I was having a conversation with a lady. When I walked into the room, I could literally see the lady whom I can push over, who looks like a pushover,
Yeah.
because of the way she was seated in the room. And then unconsciously, I just told her that you can't do this. Because when I entered the room, I felt like you are the one I could disrespect, and it would be easier to do that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like our certain postures can pose confidence, can
Send signals.
send signals? as-
Oh yeah, it's. I mean, right now TikTok is a very popular thing right now. But if you go on TikTok right now, and if you put the word confidence, the first thing they will talk about, a man is supposed to be when you're walking into a conference room. You're supposed to be, make sure your chest out, make sure your body is straight, and maybe swing one arm as you're walking. Same thing with a lady. They'll say that a lady is supposed to be wearing high heels, be confident in your walk, and walk as high as you can. I mean, you see that a lot of TikTok. So yes, posture plays a good posture plays a lot of confidence, because especially when it comes to males, because males find it difficult to be confident when it comes to approaching a lady and a whole lot. So when you're having that confidence, it overshadows certain things, or how to approach a lady.
So are you trying to tell me that those who can't rap women or can't
I wouldn't
talk
look. I
are
mean,
likely to have bad postures?
not necessarily. I wouldn't say that. But all I'm trying to say,
A good
Good-
posture
yeah.
can give you that vibe. Can give
exactly. I
someone-
mean, look. Sorry to say, not to go off topic, but you know, every lady and their taste. Okay, some will say they don't. Some will say they like some shaggy person that. But as long as you have a good confidence, because you in this era right now, you can see a fine, good lady, and if you see the guy, you're expecting some good-looking guy, you know, but the guy is not even past that. So you should ask yourself,
What is it?
what is it that he was able to get this fine lady? You get me? So all I'm trying to say is confidence. When it comes to good posture, it plays a big role in confidence, especially, you know, when you're walking to you don't know, full of people, you don't know anybody, you're just walking with full of confidence. Just like how she said, the lady came, sat. What was she?
I think she
doing?
was seated like this.
There you go.
Like no,
You see,
no,
there you
this is
go.
wrong.
There you go. So
And I didn't learn it. I think that it's so. I think it's my mom. But then again, I mean, I feel like when you get into a space and someone is seated, even though, because I always tell people that every opportunity or every time I have to show up in front of people, it's a new experience for me. So I have to look good. I have to come as though like.
there you go.
But most times in my head, why I want
see, there
to
you
I want to
go.
shrink. But
It's
once you sit up straight and you have that posture, I feel like it just gives everybody the vibe that you're confident, and they'll treat you like
Different.
someone who's important, and then that gives you the
But
confidence.
still on this topic,
Yeah.
right there. Is it maybe? You see the way you saw the lady
Yeah.
into it. Emotions
Emo-
play a big role.
Emotions play a big role, but okay, for example, when you go to the military, what is the first thing? Attention. Attention. And when you hear attention, your chest must be out. When you're in the military, what would they tell you? They will tell you that you're supposed to learn and control your emotions. Okay? Because emotion sometimes, okay, maybe today she pissed you off. Most likely that you would like to react on her.
Yeah.
Okay? But imagine you're able to control your reaction and she's not aware of it, and assuming you just go silent for her for 2 days, she's gonna start thinking, isn't it? So that's why I said yes, emotion do play a role, but sorry to say this is the real world, but we need to learn how to control our emotions. Sometimes, I mean, there are people that get on my nerves, but I have to like and out, and just because I already know myself that if I'm already trying to think ahead, because if I do this and that, what's the outcome of it? Do you get me? So that's where the confidence comes in. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's also dive. We've talked a lot about good posture, but this time around we're trying to educate the public. We're trying to let people understand why you should keep a good posture.
Yeah.
But to what extent and what are the good things that we need to do to keep that good posture? Because regardless, I mean, as you said, our chairs are not good, this is not good, this is not that, but consciously, what are some of the things that we need to do on
Okay.
a regular so that we don't face these things in life?
On a regular. Okay, here's the thing. The truth being told is that most people wait to the worst case scenario. Makes, I won't say my job, our job, because I'm not the only one. Our job difficult. So if you do know that you're experiencing such pain, please go see a physiotherapist. Go and see a chiropractor. It doesn't hurt. Even if it's nothing serious, you can have your once a week treatment to avoid certain things. Because we have a habit to wait to the worst case scenario. And when we want a solution, it's very difficult to treat. So the good thing is that, please, if you know your experience, you know your job is tedious, you know that your stress level is high and a whole bunch, please, it doesn't hurt to go and see a chiropractor or a physiotherapist.
Is it expensive? Is that why people are shying away?
I wouldn't say shying away. Is
Or
it,
avoiding
is it expensive? Everything is expensive now.
Are you sure?
Let's just catch us there.
No, everything is expensive. Because, let me put it this way. You can go and buy a cheap car. You might not be happy with the service. You buy a brand new car, you know what you're buying, what's the worth of it. So, is it expensive? I feel nothing right now is cheap. Sorry to say, even food is not cheap. So, how expensive it is?
It's relative. Is it relative?
Yeah.
I mean, it's who is getting the service. maybe.
Yeah, because it all depends on the situation too. Because understand this, if you're doing my job, if they come with you with a severe condition, automatically you'll be like, okay, see, with this condition, I'm gonna charge
you
this
this,
because of this and that and that and that. But if it is something very minor, my goal is to get you on your feet. Okay, maybe we'll take 6 sessions. After that, you're good to go. That's it. So it all depends.
All right. So, okay, now I think we'll just wrap up this conversation with this one. What are some of the misconceptions about good posture? What are some of the encounters you've had that you'd be like, what? We don't even know that this one exists in this.
Well, when I start telling people or patients about certain issues, they are not aware. So I feel, like I said, most people are not aware of such situations, and when they get frustrated, maybe you see a patient will go to this specialist, go to this specialist, go to this specialist, and most patients get frustrated because maybe whoever they go to, they don't take their time to explain. So here's the case, maybe I feel every patient needs to know their situation. So when you even talk about, even just like I said about the push-up, and you say how you didn't know that to just do a push-up is just to broaden your chest. So when you're telling them simple things, they're like, oh, so when I was young, when I was doing PE, the stretching of the neck, this and that, I thought it was just like that. So the misconception is that people are not aware what a good posture or a good spine looks like until there is a problem. Until there is a problem. And after, when you start treating them and you hear all the clicks, the cracks, they get amazed. They're like, wow. So I had so much clicks on my back, and then yeah. So.
Okay. All right, Elvis. I see there's a nice belt here. So
do I demonstrate it?
Yes. Can we get into some demonstrations now?
Yes.
Yes.
Who is the victim for today?
You?
Jay, you?
I mean,
Are you donating yourself?
Obviously, I'm supposed to be the one because you did. They're supposed to give you gold.
No. Yeah, gold. Gold for me, please.
They're supposed to
guys.
give you gold.
Gold for me,
Yes,
please.
they're supposed to give
I don't
you gold.
need belts.
Yes.
Gold, please.
But we're still logged into the AM Club. In case you just tuned in, well, this is Lifestyle Daily, and we're talking good posture for today. So,
Jericho Jordan
your
Super
posture
is
there,
the
you're
victim
good.
for...
And you're good cry.
And you're good.
The Porsche and you're good.
And you're good.
Thank you.
But I'm very excited for this because growing up, I had this problem.
No,
And
Jay is a spoiled kid, right? He's
He
that
is.
boy that's
Sports kid. My mom will always say
He's pumped and spoiled.
He's like a lucky boy,
No,
huh?
listen. I feel this is the reason.
Yeah, Bita,
For
that's what you
me,
should know.
I used to have this backpack.
Yeah.
Good.
And the backpack was full of books, and I'll walk a long distance from my house to school and then back. So I feel that
also
really,
count.
and also count.
But did you put it on one strap too? To be cool?
No, it was two.
Okay, good.
On one, two, I just
I
felt
like
like
the
the
one.
load,
It's cool.
the load
The one was cool.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what you were doing. You were doing the one with the head. Yeah, that's what you were doing.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna demonstrate what a bad posture looks like. So from this side. So
Okay.
So usually most of the time we human beings, like I said, we don't sit according. So imagine there's a laptop, we end up automatically we just end up slouching this way. And imagine sitting for hours like this, your head starts to weigh you down.
Yeah.
Imagine you're getting old. Let me just ask you, how old are you? 30?
I'm
50?
32.
32, okay.
Yeah.
So imagine it gets to 60. So this becomes even more.
Wow.
So this starts to weigh him down, and there's more chance of him falling down if he tries to get up. Now, if we go to look at the correct posture, sorry, this is correct posture.
Okay.
So you see, as I pinch
Yeah.
the spine, you see the difference
Yeah.
between you trying to sit upright versus.
This.
So if I even release this a little bit, you see, it drops down
Yeah.
just a little
Just a
bit.
little bit.
Now, if I should just let me turn you this way.
Okay.
Now you see one shoulder is down, one is up. So if I put my finger here, my hand here, and here, you see the lines, the difference? So
one
I'm
is
trying
up.
to just go according. So if you see one is up, one is down. Okay? So this is drooping down, this is coming up a little bit. Okay? So that means that you're right hand.
I'm a right-hand person.
Dominant. Yeah. So as you can see. Now, another thing is that as he's even sitting, this is me, I'm not doing anything. You see how the head is not, no, you just relax. See, it's not proportional to like the previous image we had. Okay, so if I just pinch him just a little bit, you see, so it brings him upright to how he's supposed to have his head.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how a bad
This is
body. This is I just
So-
put him in the correct position.
So we're supposed to be like this every single time.
Yes.
But that's
Wow.
why that is why we put. So now you see the space I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
We put a pillow. So assuming this chair was a bit longer
Okay.
back, we just apply a pillow. And even if he's working, if he unconsciously forget, the pillow is gonna hold.
Already
it.
adjust.
Yes.
What of driving?
Driving is a good.
One of the biggest problems.
Yes.
Driving. Yes, it's a good idea. We like. Well, guys, we like to be cool. So you
Yeah.
see the seat going slanted back this way.
Number
Then-
is 7.
there you go.
Oh, see, yeah.
So when that happens, we have, this is a very common thing. We see the seat all the way back, and I'm sure the driver, whether he's short, tall, he can't even see afar.
Yeah.
And as he's even not able to see afar, as the seat is down, he's gonna try and push himself up forward
Okay.
like this. And when he comes forward, then he's gonna go back,
Go
like,
back
that.
like that.
Now imagine he has a 3-hour trip to drive, and he's in this position for 3 hours. By the time he comes out, he's gonna have this pain right here, right here. Sometimes you hear patients talking of pain right onto the side of their hip, or maybe their butt. Because of the long period of driving. The only reason is because the seat is all the way there, and even the driver will not sit according to that slanted seat, because it's gonna be something like this,
Okay.
like this.
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna be. And so pretend to drive. So yeah, there you go. So this is how it's gonna be. Oh no, do your one hand.
My hand.
Oh yeah, there you go.
man.
There
Oh,
you
Jay
go.
does that.
Yeah.
What's good, man? How you
Yeah.
doing,
There you
man?
Hi, Papi.
Hey, what's up, man?
So this is what's gonna happen. So this is how it is. Now the beauty of this, this is size L, but
Sizel, eh?
yeah, but don't worry, we will.
How much is this, though? Is it cost? I mean, everybody needs to get one.
if you're doing a sitting job, driving like me, like an ambulance,
Well,
yes.
yes.
Okay.
We definitely
Yes.
need this.
You need one.
We need one. Everybody needs
Can you
one.
wear it under your clothes?
Of course, that's the whole purpose of it.
Okay.
So
So
nobody
it's
know-
more instead of a
So I
waist
can wear it
trainer,
under my
no?
dress.
Nobody will see it.
Instead of a waist trainer, wow.
Okay, so
Shame.
yeah, I think you have to stand up for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so
All right.
Okay. So they're demonstrating what's the belt called again?
posture belt.
Posture belt.
So you see this is supposed to go under your armpit so it doesn't cut. It doesn't cut through.
Okay.
So you chest out for me. This size L, so sorry.
Size on pony. Hey.
That's L next one. Now say sir. That's large. You can find your size.
Wow.
I didn't know where, but anyways.
No, that's fine. I think
It's
it's
cool.
serving purpose.
It's cool.
There you go.
Okay.
Difference.
How do you feel?
Huh.
Sorry,
It's-
let me
it's
adjust
good, it's
one,
good, it's
one
good.
thing quickly. I think I just flipped it through. So try and chest out for me.
Attention.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Difference?
Yeah.
Feels good.
This feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So then it
comfortable.
keeps you in a good posture all
Yes.
day.
So you can have so sit down. So have a seat. Difference in sitting.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
You see the
This
difference?
makes sense.
Yeah.
It does make sense.
And it doesn't feel. It doesn't look difficult.
And it
in a
doesn't
way.
look difficult even when we put him upright like
Yeah.
this. It looks fine, right?
Great.
And
And
it's
you look like a
comfortable.
proper gentleman, like one that.
So that's where the
now I know the me said hey.
so that's where
Oh,
the
sister.
so that's where the confidence comes in. So you
Yeah.
see how it brings your
Looks like
chest
this.
out. So even when you stand up, so this even helps you to be a bit taller.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you are slouched like
You are
this,
so
then
so
you're-
if I should slouch, somebody might. I mean, as I slouch like this, it's a different height. But if I try to chest out, it's a different height. I have a friend. He's an IT personnel. The image that we displayed, exactly like him. I gave him one of these belts. When he's slouching, he's the same height as me. But when we get the belt, he gets much taller.
Than you.
And yeah, he's like by an inch.
Oh, nice. Listen, this conversation has been
Great.
super educative and very, very, very exciting here in the studios on the AM Club. On the Lifestyle Daily, we did learn about good posture. You're not stealing this belt home, bro.
I was just about to
Thank you
say,
so
Elvis,
much.
you know.
Are you addressed as a doctor or a
No, it's okay. It's just Elvis is fine.
Elvis is fine. You don't like titles. Hey, Brown, doctor. Anyway, Elvis Asari, thank you so much for joining us. It has been a great conversation, and we'll be looking forward to more conversations.
And how to get to me.
No, guys. Hey, Amita, I found my husband. Thank you so much. We're going for a quick break. We'll be right back. I'm going to find a husband. Bye.